A White Stone by Jim and Mary Corbett. Chapter 16. From Our Father's Heart. Wealth, power, fame all fall pale next to my glory. Begin to see my glory as something tangible and real in your life, not simply a word, an entity beyond reach for you. My glory is coming back to my people. Surrender fully to what I am doing in your life, and you will be a part of what I am doing in the end times. Your only hope is my presence. The world and all of its wisdom is soon to pass away. Do not be distracted by how powerful it seems. It is all a lie. All is moving toward an end I have determined. Do not be fooled. Only in me is there peace. Only in me is there the power to overcome. Submit to what I am doing, and you will be safe. End of From Our Father's Heart reading. Turn away my eyes from beholding vanity, idols, and idolatry, and restore me to vigorous life and health in your ways. Psalm 119, 37 Amplified. Do not conform any longer to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans 12, 2 NIV. Sally Bracken busied herself tidying up the loose ends of the day. At least she had heard from Tom, she thought, as she deposited one of Becky's new outfits on a hanger and tried to make room for it in her already bursting at the seams walk-in closet. Shopping was always good therapy for her, and with the uncertainty of Tom's well-being, even though Pastor Wickham felt all was well, she needed to buy something. It made her feel better. Whether she needed to buy all that she did was another matter, but it did make the day go faster. And now, Tom's recent phone call put her mind totally at ease. Something was different about him, though, her spirit quietly prompted as she went about her business. Brewing a cup of herb tea and stirring it mindlessly, she began to reflect on the events of her life. Maybe recalling some fond memories would relieve this unusual feeling in her spirit. Why did she have this sense of melancholy all of a sudden? What made her decide to take an accounting of who she had become? The steaming bathwater from the gold, dolphin-shaped faucet rushed down the side of the large marble tub and formed pools of reflecting color as it joined the bath oils. Sally sat pensively on the satin, upholstered dressing chair. Moving to the mirrored wall above the matching marble vanity, she looked at herself, wondering if she really knew the person looking back at her. Who was she, really? Wife of an extremely successful architect, well-known and sought-after fashion designer, honor student, the head cheerleader who married the quarterback, someone from a wealthy upbringing, president of the local Parents for Better Education, participant and chairperson of most Christians impacting the world events, still quite pretty, even if she did say so herself. Good, involved mother. Yes, all that was true. But is this who God's really purposed me to be? She asked herself as she submerged up to her neck in bubbly, perfumed, stress-relieving comfort. If she could do it all over, would she do it the same way? Better still, if each move in her life were absent of any personal motive, pure in its intent, holy in content, would she be where she was now? A strong feeling of remorse came over her as she compared the elegance of her existence to the harshness of the slivered cross borne by her Savior. She and Tom were good stewards of what God had given them. They gave their 10% to the church and gave to others, praying before they did so that their money wasn't misused. Surely he didn't expect everyone to live exactly as he did, giving everything away, did he? I mean, he lived in another day, another time when there was no choice, right? But then again, could she defend her style of living, all of her actions, if Jesus was with her every day? Suddenly, Sally realized that during the time Train had stayed with them, she had spent most of her time apologizing for having so much in comparison to him. She asked him not to be uncomfortable, and even made sure he knew she had not paid too much for anything he saw. She had done her homework and had gotten good deals on each item. Why was she so defensive? Why did she always feel a need to justify their wealth and how much they owned in front of this humble man of God? He didn't seem to do or say anything that warranted that kind of behavior. In fact, he was most cordial and appreciative of even the least gesture of hospitality. Why did she feel as if she were being exposed in front of some great light, somewhat embarrassed by what was revealed? Sally began to realize she had gotten into the pattern of looking past needs when they came her way. "I can't be responsible for everyone," she told herself. "Lord, what are you trying to show me?" she said out loud as she dressed for bed. "If you're trying to get through to me, help me see what it is." Knowing her mind was simply too alert to allow her to sleep, Sally went into the library to find a good book to read. "That's unusual," she thought, as she picked up a book that was lying in the middle of the floor, directly in front of the door. "In His Steps, an experiment in how Jesus would walk if He were here today," she read. Boy, what a coincidence, was her thought as she turned back toward her bedroom and settled in to read. Her unseen protectors glanced knowingly at one another, signifying mission accomplished, as they silently transported themselves back to their positions to await further orders. End of chapter 16.